I'm sick. I am completely sick of what I had to watch over the last 5 days of my life. What the hell did I watch? What was that performance? What were these guys thinking? Now, here's the thing, right? If in day one, you saw that batting performance and you started to get a bit of hope, just remember there's this thing called history. And we have to look at what happened in the past to sort of determine what will happen in the future. If you saw England in the past, the previous series that they came to Pakistan, you would know that it was also quite similar. Pakistan would put up a humongous total, and then England would come up and create an even bigger total. We made 556 runs in the first innings. That is a great start for any team across the world. Any other team across the world, they would have had a better chance of winning the game, because usually you'd expect your first innings to be above the 400 plus mark. That would be a good score. But for us, no. We're not declaring anytime soon. We do not have the ability to declare at all. If you watched the Bangladesh series, we declared and then Bangladesh were able to come back. So there was no faith on the bowlers to defend a total going above 400, going above 500. We just kept playing until these guys got out. And even then, there was still hope that England would come back. I knew this was going to happen. I haven't seen anything from this Pakistan team for me to see otherwise. I thought that England would score 700 runs. That was my prediction before this game even started. I knew that if Pakistan would score 400 runs in the first innings, then England could do 500. But 823 runs and 7 down, so that means these guys could have gone up to 900. Hell, they could have gone to 1,000. 1,000 runs? They took pity on us. They gave us mercy. No, I don't even know if I want to call that mercy. 823 runs. They broke world records. Joe Root scored 250 runs, and I predicted that would happen too. I wrote that online on my Twitter handle, Tommy Oracle, you can go find it. But I predicted that Joe Root would score 250, and lo and behold, what did he do? He hit 250. Because here's the thing, right? This is why I thought Joe Root could hit 250. We have guys in our team that are completely and utterly out of form. I didn't really give any hope that they would do anything. But for some reason, these guys that came out of form just magically managed to score hundreds. Abdullah Shafiq, the brother, was having the hardest time of his life. And then what did he do? He comes in, he scores 100. Our captain, Shan Masood. I don't know when was the last time the guy even hit 50 runs in one innings. I can't remember it. And he comes and hits 150 runs. Sarchakil hits 82 runs. Salman Ali Agha, he hits a century. Good on him. But it gets you thinking. It gets you wondering if these guys who have been so badly out of form could hit this many runs, then what the hell are England going to do? Because if you're an honest spectator of the sport, you would know that this team compared to England, there's no comparison. You can't compare these guys. These guys to England? You want to compare Babar Azam with Joe Root? Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to be talking about Babar in a minute. And just to go on more on that innings, that 823 runs, Joe Root and Harry Brooks, 454 partnership. If that was a total for a whole team, that would be fantastic in any innings. But 2 guys got that, 454 runs. And the thing is, there's been a lot of complaints that the weather's really hot. The players have been on the pitch for so long. The England players have been on the pitch for nearly 2 days straight watching this amazing batting performance. And I say that sarcastically. And then they come in day 2, day 3, wherever it was, and they put on a beat down like I've never seen before. It was unholy. What happened to Pakistan today, this week, this month, this year? They will never forget this in their lives. All of these players, nothing, This hasn't happened since the 90s, 97, I think. And if we were to go to the bowlers, we've got Shaheen Afridi. I've heard people saying his line and length has come back. I don't give a toss that his line, if his line or length is coming back. His speed is still in the gutter. I don't know what he was able to do. He didn't get any of these guys out. And here's the thing, right? There were guys in the past, real men that used to play for this team, and they would find a way, any way, to get wickets. I'm talking about real bowlers like Shoaib Akhtar. Even if he had the flattest pitch in the world, he would be like, no, my speed is too much for you. What a wicket. You up a delivery. And I didn't see none of it. Naseem Shah, well, there was nothing to go over. And I know a lot of people are going to get at Abrar Ahmed to go 35 overs without a wicket. Now, here's the thing. I know this pitch was bad. I know it sucked. But if we're really honest, Jack Leach got 7 wickets on this pitch. 7 wickets. Yeah, Shoaib Bashir didn't do too well, but it does show if you are a spinner and you got a bit of a brain, you could do something on this pitch. Okay, it wasn't spinning as much. All right, where are you going to place it? You can bowl wicket to wicket. Why did you keep bowling it on the leg side? What were you expecting? The wicket's right there, son. Why are you bowling it away? And then he goes off hurt, injured. I don't know what happened to him. Hope he's all right. But here's the thing. I don't want people to get at him. I don't want people to insult him and, because we're all going to jump on him. But there are other bigger fish that we need to look at, right? Babar Azam, 30 runs in the first innings. Okay, you were a bit unlucky for the wicket. And then when we need you to bat, when we need you to stay there, when we need you not to like hit 6s or 4s or anything, we just need you to stay and defend. Can't even do that. You hit 5 runs in the second innings. Don't worry, you're not alone. You're not alone. I could say that about Shah Masood. I can say that about Rizwan. Don't worry, I'll get to them too. But now we need to have a conversation. How long are we going to keep doing this? When are you going to go fix your fitness? When are you going to take your time away from the team and actually focus on yourself? Do you really think that this is right, what's going on? You are the captain of Pakistan. You should have known what that meant. The legacy that it has, the players that have held that before. How long are we going to keep doing this? You need to be dropped ASAP. You're dropping catches. We lost another 70 runs with your route. What's it going to take? Drop it. You're going to drop more catches. And other players are going to start looking at you like, what's this guy doing here? Because I promise you, that time is coming. Believe me, there will be a time where players will look at Babar Azam and he will be dropping catches and they'll be like, what the hell? Why is he even here? Imagine the name you made for yourself. And you're literally destroying it day by day. And I can say the same about Rizwan. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I did not forget about you. What is the point, right, of you being the highest run scorer and we haven't won a single test match at home for the last 2 to 3 years? What's the point? Today you barely did anything. You scored what? You were a duck in the first innings and then you scored 10 runs. When we need you to stay and we need you to defend, we don't need you to make runs. We just need you to play out the rest of the day. You can't even do that. I could go at Saad Shakil, I could go at whoever else, Abdullah Shafiq, I could bring me the other whoever was playing in this game. But I'm going at you. You're the guy that's apparently meant to be the next captain or whatever, right? When the team needs you, why aren't you there? And don't worry, that question doesn't apply to you. That applies to all of these senior players. Where are these guys when you need them? And also, what the hell was Shaheen and Naseem both thinking? If any one of you people keep saying or decides to bring up the fact that these guys can be all-rounders, for God's sake, put that idea in the bin right now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want anyone to go on like, oh yeah, Naseem got 30 runs in the first innings. He can be an all-rounder. No, he's not. He's not an all-rounder. Nor is Shaheen. I don't care if Shaheen can hit 20,000 sixes. He is not an all-rounder. He is not a batsman. He is a bowler. He needs to focus on bowling. That applies to both of them, and that's it. Because so far, we did not bring them in as batsmen. And if you wanted to be an all-rounder, hypothetically, if you wanted to be some sort of a batsman, then what the hell were you thinking doing those shots? Why are you trying to hit it out the ground? Literally, we're on the cusp of losing the game. Keep your wicket. Defend. This isn't T20. This isn't ODI. This is Test cricket. You're on the cusp of losing the game. At least look to draw it. I mean, you got 4 draws before, which by the way I will get into. But why is it that you thought it was a good idea to try and smack the ball past Jack Leach. I mean, Jack Leach just caught a ball. Hey, no problem. Because they know cricketing sense, cricketing brain to bat. These guys don't have it. And Naseem Shah, I've been trying to back this guy for such a long time. And someone actually tweeted that, oh yeah, you know what, Naseem Shah he could be an all-rounder, he can bat. Enough of that nonsense, right? I know you probably watched that one Afghanistan game, but cut it out. He's not an all-rounder, he's a bowler. Second, and this is the thing, right? His second ball, he hits a six by coming down the ground against Jack Leach. And then the ball he gets out, he decides to do the same thing and he gets stumped. He comes down the ground away from his crease. Boom! Wicket! Jack Leach! Easy! How brain dead do you need to be to know that that wasn't required? I don't know why I'm trying to have this batting expectation with these guys, but it was stupidity at its finest. But I can't expect them to bat because they're not batsmen. No matter how hard they try to say that they are, all these bowlers coming in as they're like, oh yeah, we're all round, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, I don't want to hear it. You have no grounds, no, none, okay? The guys that are meant to bat, the guys like Saim Ayub, for God's sake, we've really given this guy so many chances. I don't know when he's going to start clicking. I don't know when he's going to start clicking, but he really needs to go abroad and play some proper red ball cricket somewhere else, in some counties somewhere, maybe in England, Australia. Play some proper first class cricket, get your shots right, play straight, none of this flicking nonsense, none of this fancy footwork. No, you need to learn how to bat properly. Yeah, straight, playing straight, not these stupid shots in the, what are you doing, bro? And no, you're not an all-rounder either. Yeah, you can bowl a bit of spin, but no, that doesn't mean you're automatically an all-rounder. And which, by the way, comes back to this next thing. Ben Stokes wasn't even playing, boys. Do you know the percentage or the chance of England winning when he's not playing goes down dramatically? Especially with Ollie Pope. Ollie Pope can't even get his reviews properly. Don't quote me, that was from Michael Vaughan, he said that. I'm just quoting what he said. And even then, we have to ask ourselves, where was Jofra Archer? Where was Mark Wood? Where was Jimmy Anderson? Where was Stuart Broad? Where were Johnny Bairstow? Where were these guys? Were they there? No? What does that mean? These guys sent their B/C team. They sent Braden Clark. I've never heard of that guy in my life. Gus Atkinson, he only played in the last 2 series. And they came in and put in a bowling clinic against Pakistan. These guys, new bowlers that bowled better in these conditions, that knew more about these conditions than these guys, the Pakistani bowlers do. They didn't come with the Pakistani bowlers didn't come with a plan. What plan did they have? What ideas did they have? What did Jason Gillespie tell these guys? What did Sean Masood tell these guys? What the hell was this select? And this goes back to the selection. What was the point of having a stupid random ODI tournament in the middle of a test season? And even if you did have that tournament, why did you pick no one from it? No one that played well from it. You didn't pick Kamran Ghulam. You didn't pick Jahan Dad. You didn't pick Sahib Zada Farhan. You didn't pick so many players. You gave a 38-year-old Noman Ali, no disrespect to him, a chance over a new guy like Mehran Mumtaz. Didn't even give him a chance in the team. Why didn't you put any of these players in the team? Why do you constantly play the same part-time players in this team? I'm disgusted that I had to see the same players over and over and over and over again. And that's why I go at Sean Masood. Because people say he's some good captain or whatever. Yeah, alright, you did okay in one Australia series. You didn't win anything there, by the way. You haven't won anything here. Oh, by the way, in the last 10 games that Pakistan has played, we've drawn 4, lost 6, and we have lost the last 5 consecutive games. But don't worry, it's going to go up to 7 because we ain't got a chance against England. None. Zero chance. Forget it. We're not doing anything. No hope, no Qudrat, nothing. We don't have that, okay? So stay away. We're not winning against England at all. We don't have it. We don't have the facilities for that. And this is the thing, especially with him, with his batting, right? Yeah, great, he scored 150 runs in the first innings, but the time when we needed you to bat, the time we needed our captain to stay on the field, out of the 4 catches that England dropped on day 4, 2 of them were of you, Shah Masood. So when you got a scare, when you got a chance, when you had to think to yourself, okay, you know what, I need to play a little bit differently, I need to get my head in order and, think straight and make sure I can just defend. Nah, you kept just going and going, and then you got out, right? 11 runs of 22 balls there. And then I'm hearing excuses from Amir Sohail saying, oh yeah, maybe we need to change the ball, change it from Kookaburra to some other ball. Oh, the scheduling's a problem. Oh, the pitches are a problem. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the pitches are horrible. I get that. But I'm not looking for excuses. I'm not looking for reasons at this point in time. I don't care. Because you know what it is? Big teams, big players, big people get things done. All right? You're not away. You're not going to Melbourne or in Australia. You didn't go to England. You're not going to any of these places. You're at home. This is meant to be where you're better at. But you're just not able to do that. And the funniest thing is that at 82 for 6, Salman Aliaga and Amir Jamal, they managed to put up some decent scores and a couple half centuries here and there. We were 82 for 6. But the funniest thing was, and I never thought I'd experience this, is that the Barmy army that was in the stadium, they were louder than any Pakistani fan that was there. That's crazy. That's mad. I mean, if you were to look at South Asian countries, if you were to go to India or Sri Lanka or whatever, you'd see how loud those guys are. And in Pakistan, it's literally quiet. It's like a library because no one cares. And it's good. You shouldn't be going to these games. You shouldn't be going and seeing this atrocity taking place, because why should anyone waste their time? In Karachi, no one goes. Lahore, no one's really going. Usually people come to Multan, they come to Rawalpindi, but now they're stopping all that because they've seen the level of cricket that's been going on, and they're just like, nah, I ain't watching this. Got better things to do with my life, even if it was free. And that's the thing. That's the saddest thing about this, because there was a big period of time where Pakistan didn't host any international countries due to things that have happened in the past, especially with the Sri Lankan team, which was a horrific time. And we were really waiting for teams to come to Pakistan. And now we're in danger of possibly losing our test status. That's something we really need to look forward to. You think I'm joking? You think no way, how could Pakistan lose their test status? Tell me, how long do you think the ICC are going to turn away from this? Pakistan haven't won a game at home in the last 2 to 3 years. And not just that, in all forms of our cricket, we're just going down and down and down and down. First it was T20, then it was ODI, then now it's come to this. And test cricket, that's where you see the real quality of a team. That's when you figure out, okay, this is how good you are, this is how not so good you are, etc, etc. And I don't know where we go from here. I honestly don't. And I saw Shan Masood's face after the game. He looked really angry, and that's good. Maybe these guys could feel a little bit about how a lot of the fans around are feeling, because I can tell you a lot of people just don't care anymore, and I don't blame him. Why? But I want to say credit to Harry Brook, that 300 runs. You know what? Shame on England. You know why? You could have got 400 runs. You could have beaten Brian Lara's record. He had every opportunity to do it. Even Joe Root, I mean, come on, Joe Root could have done it. It was Aga's ball, and I think I wouldn't be surprised. I know I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, England, one of their batsmen manages to beat Brian Lara's record of 400 runs. It's definitely doable. And if they don't, that's their fault, because you're not going to get a better opportunity than this. Hell, if Afghanistan gets their test status, and if they play a test match against them, then even they won't put up this sort of shoddy performance that Pakistan's put in. And I know that Pakistan won't improve as time goes by. I know that they're going to have to go to South Africa, and I think maybe they might need to go to Australia as well. But I've already seen enough of this. I'm tired of seeing the same old players. I'm tired of the PCB not making the changes that they need to make. And I'm sick and tired of all these fans, all of you fans of these players that allow this to continue, that keep supporting these fraudulent players. There, I said it, fraudulent, because they make you believe they're better than they are, and they're not. They're really not. If today doesn't prove it, I don't know what will. Oh god. Because when it comes down to it, and I'll end it off this point, a lot of it's due to mentality, and these guys got absolutely none of it. They don't have the guts, they don't have the gall, they don't have the mentality to fight in these games, because in the second innings, that's where you see your fighters come out. That's where you see people come out and try and save games, but they just don't have it. Maybe before they used to have it a little bit. Rizwan, maybe. Baba, maybe. No, sorry. Scratch that. These guys don't have any mentality whatsoever. Guys like Inzi, Yunus, guys that used to try and save games and try and get things out of something, they don't have it, because the minute you give them a little bit of pressure, a little bit of problems, then they crumble. I mean, these guys crumbled against USA in the T20 World Cup, and these are the same players that are playing now. So what are you expecting? How dare you for expecting something different? Shame on you! Whoever's listening to this. Shame on you. These guys are mentality midgets. And I'm not even going to say until they prove me otherwise. They won't be able to prove me otherwise because I've seen enough from them. If we continue with these same players, we're going to lose our test ranking. We're going to lose our test status. And then God knows where Pakistan goes from there. But yeah, that's it from me. Bye.